JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 4th of November 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Wednesday's afternoon session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos. And of course our JFD Bank website and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then, yeah, well, let it load up a little bit here. There we go. So that's the one. So now, jumping into the charts. Now, the first one I want to pick up here is the German DAX. Now, the index is pushing nicely to the upside. Initially, as you can see, it found support here near this 23.6% retracement on the Fibonacci and continued to push higher. And the most important, it broke this downside line that I was talking about. This one's taken from the high of the 19th of October. So in a way, so far so good for the bulls. Of course, don't get me wrong, the specific situation today, of course, that's what's going to be on everybody's agenda, but so far there's no clear results. I mean, we're still keeping an eye on it, and basically still the situation is that Trump is losing to Biden. However, don't get me wrong, everything can change very quickly, as we know, as history shows. So, in other words, here, for example, for now, everything is kind of looking quite okay. The German index is pushing nicely here to the upside, mainly kind of probably enjoying the fact that Biden is leading. But of course, let's see how all this is going to play out. For now, from the technical side, how we could look at it is, if the price today stays above this downside line, then yes, we'll continue targeting the upside. So pretty straightforward. Basically, we'll continue targeting the 50% retracement on the Fibonacci, which we've managed to reach today already. Actually, well, fractionally almost reached that area. So if that continues to rally here, this is a strong, very strong area of resistance right here near this 12,341 zone, near this 200-day EMA as well. And if we clear all that, then yes, higher levels could be met. So that's why, guys, for now, this rally here was a very beautiful one. I'll keep an eye on this area right here. This is going to be my next target, because then maybe we could see a bit of a correction here to the downside, maybe towards this 38.2% retracement on the Fibonacci. I'll keep this on the chart for now. I'll keep the Fibonacci levels for now, because at the moment it seems that the index does really like these levels. As you can see here today, the 23.6% retracement, it acted as a very nice area of support for, and yep, from here it rebounded and made its way higher. So let's keep an eye on this one. But initially, what I'll target here is this this area right here, just slightly above this 50% retracement on the Fibonacci, the 12,341, and this 200-day EMA. Now jumping into Nasdaq 100 and looking at this picture right here, let me just quickly open the Oh, there we go. I do apologize. Drifted into the risk disclaimer. So Nasdaq 100 here. Okay, so yesterday I talked about this idea where if the index pushes higher but remains below this downside line, then we could see a nice good move lower. However, the cash index today, this morning, popped nicely to the upside, and it's currently trading at around 11,661 zone, which is basically above this hurdle. And what I was saying yesterday, that if we get a nice break above this, then there is a good chance for this index to push further north. However, again, due to the specific day today, we'll be very careful, and because everything can shift the other way around very quickly. So that's why for now, yes, I'll continue targeting the upside as long as the price remains above this 11,467 territory. So keep your eyes on that one. Now, jumping into another index, and that's the dollar index. And here, as you can see, the index is trying to make its way back up. However, it remains in this my neutral territory between this upside support line and this 93.90 level, which is the key important barrier that I'm looking at right now. I would like to see this one climbing back above this area in order to consider maybe the upside, but at the moment, again, we're all waiting for some sort of clarity from the election results. So yep, let's see how all this is going to play out. But if it suddenly starts falling below this 93.12 territory right here, then yes, I'll start looking at some lower areas again. So jumping into gold, gold is pushing back up. This morning, if you remember, we were back below this downside line, but I was saying that I'm not really going to start looking at lower levels unless it drops below this 1860 territory, which is the lowest point of October. And as you can see, instead the commodity reversed back to the upside and is now testing this hurdle, this key resistance area near this 1911 mark. So if we get a nice push above it, then if we get a nice daily candle staying above it, then yes, I'll continue targeting the upside. But if we don't, then I'm still gonna take a bit of a neutral stand and watch the price action. For now, probably the suggestion is to remain careful here, guys. Gold is one of those who might have increased volatility, and it could start jumping around up and there. So again, be very careful, be very cautious, and let's see how all this is going to play out. Now jumping into Ripple, and Ripple here is still trading below this upside line, and of course for now the picture is more negative. However, I'll still stick to the same idea where I'm going to say that a drop below this 0.2288 zone is required in order to consider lower areas, and ideally I would like to see the daily candle remaining below this area and then kind of targeting the downside. So for now, it's going to be a bit of a tricky one here. So be very careful, be very cautious, and let's see how this is going to play out. But yeah, I cannot really talk about the upside because for me the upside could come only on a break here of this 0.26 territory. I know we could be missing out on a bit of an area here, but to be honest, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So that's why the upside scenario is from this 0.26 territory. The downside one is from this 0.2288 zone. AUD CAD. Now this here is quite an interesting one. I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but you can see that my arrow has shifted a little bit here. So still this barrier, the 0.9450 zone, is still providing good resistance, although today we did get a bit of an overshoot. Nevertheless, the rate remained the rate remained below it, so basically proving that this is quite a decent resistance area to keep an eye on. So if we get a nice pop above this area, then yes, higher levels could be met, but at the moment we cannot really even talk about the downside. So my downside here could come only on a drop below this hurdle right here, the yesterday's low near the 0.93 zone. A nice good drop below it could open the door towards lower areas, guys. So keep your eyes eyes on this one. But for now, it is how it is. So yep, let's see how this is going to play out. But for now, I'm a little bit on the neutral side, maybe even actually maybe cautiously bullish, but I need this confirmation break above the 0.9450 territory. USDCH chef, now here the pair is stuck. I mean, initially tried to make its way higher back above the 0.9165 territory, did so, but then kind of quickly reversed back down. So in a way, we can see that this level here is not really working well. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna keep an eye on something like this right here, the high of the 8th of October, and that's roughly around the 0.9197. So in a way, you could round it up towards the 0.92 zone. So a nice good pop above the 0.92 territory may clear the path towards higher levels, but at the moment we're closer to this area, which as you can see acted as a very nice support zone, the 0.1993 zone. So if we get a nice drop below, then yes, this could open the door towards slightly lower areas. But again, with this pair also keep your eyes on it, because we might get a bit of a bouncing around here. So yeah, let's be very careful and patient. GBP Aussie, I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but yeah, as you can see, the level here is the 1.8217 territory is getting broken now, and we're drifting nicely to the downside. So for now, everything's kind of leaning more towards the towards lower areas. Initially, of course, I had this level here, my target, as a 1.7840 mark, but given the situation, again, I'm gonna probably stick to this level here a little bit higher. That's the this level here is at 1.7966 mark. That's the low of the 14th of October, and then I'll take it from there. So again, for now, I'm a little bit more bearish than bullish, but let's see how this is going to play out. So for now everything's kind of leaning more towards the downside. Now a quick update here on the euro against Turkish lira. This is what I talked about this morning. I said that it may continue drifting higher here, and it did so. It just fell shy of a few points from reaching that psychological 10 zone. However, it remains above this 9.7740 territory right here that I spoke about previously. So again, for now, it's still the trend is to the upside. So let's see how this is going to play out. But again, it's a bit of a difficult one here, so be very careful. Difficult, I mean, for these sellers. And finally, Euro USD. So again, a messy, very messy chart. I mean, it's up all over the place today. So, and well, logical, of course. At the moment, it's stuck here. So we cannot really talk about any upside or downside. So probably that's just the easiest option here will be to just remain neutral, guys, and wait for the market to kind of decide on the trend. But again, at the moment, it's just going to be up and down here, and to be honest, I expect this one to move up and down today and this evening and during the whole US session like this. So be very careful. A lot of strategies probably might not work out. So yeah, be very careful with that one, guys. So guys, I really hope you found it useful. Again, this is a very quick overview. I just wanted to pick up on some of the instruments and some new ones, some instruments that I talked about this morning, and some new ones, of course. But yeah, like I said, I hope you stay safe, guys, both health-wise and market-wise. And yep, join me tomorrow morning. As always, my trader is Espresso. That's 7 o'clock GMT time, where I hope we'll have a bit more clarity and on what's happening with the markets and what to expect from the markets. So, but for now, it is how it is, guys, and be very careful. So I'll have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for joining in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.